Hello viewers, welcome to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Iran's top imports and exports. Keep watching, we got you covered. In 2021, Iran's imports were predicted to be worth $22.2 billion. That figure represents a minus 48% loss from 2016 to 2020 and a minus 36.9% drop from 2020 to 2021. Iran is officially known as the Islamic Republic of Iran, although the Middle Eastern country was once known as Persia. Food accounts for 3 of Iran's top 5 most valuable imported items. The top 5 products imported into Iran, which are corn, rice, vehicle components or accessories, soybeans, and phone system devices, including smartphones, account for 16% of Iran's overall import spending. According to 2020 data, China had 24.9%, the United Arab Emirates with 13.8%, India with 6.4%, Turkey with 6.3%, Germany with 5.9%, Switzerland got 5.1%, South Korea with 5%, Russia with 3.3%, Italy with 2.8%, and the United Kingdom with 2.8% were Iran's top suppliers, accounting for about 3/4, representing 76.1% of its international purchases. From a continental viewpoint, Asian countries accounted for about 2/3 of 65.4% of Iran's total imports by value in 2021. 31.3% of import purchases came from European trade partners. Latin America with 1.9% excluding Mexico but including the Caribbean. North America got 0.5%, Oceania had 0.4% excluding Australia and New Zealand, and Africa got 0.4%. Given Iran's population of 84.1 million people, the country's total $22.2 billion in 2020 imports equates to nearly $270 in annual product demand for each Iranian. If you're new to the Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. For more international business news and updates, please visit www.bigmanbusiness.com. Iran's top imports. In terms of dollar value, the following product groupings account for the majority of Iran's imports in 2020. The percentage share of each product category in terms of total imports into Iran is also indicated. Machinery including computers, $3.4 billion accounts for 15.5% of total imports. Cereals, with $2.4 billion account for 10.7%. Electrical machinery, equipment, $1.9 billion accounts for 8.4%. Optical, technical, medical apparatus, $1.1 billion account for 4.8%. Vehicles, $996.1 million accounts for 4.5%. Organic chemicals, $827.2 million accounts for 3.7%. Pharmaceuticals, $814.9 million account for 3.7% too. Oilseeds, with $750.8 million stands at 3.4%. Plastics, plastic articles, $654.5 million account for 2.9%. Articles of iron or steel stand at $462.3 million accounting for 2.1%. Iran's top 10 imports, in terms of value, accounted for 59.7% of the total value of its product purchases from foreign nations. Plastic materials and goods derived from plastics went down by minus 40.9%, and organic chemicals were the 2 most rapidly falling product categories among Iran's top 10 imports year-over-year, also came down by minus 38.5%. Iran's top exports. The Islamic Republic of Iran, which shares eastern borders with Pakistan and Afghanistan, exported an estimated $11.8 billion worth of commodities around the world in 2021. This figure represents a minus 85% loss from 2016 to 2020 and a minus 61.7% drop from 2019 to 2021. Ethylene polymers, crude oil, acyclic alcohols, various nuts, and semi-finished iron or non-alloy steel goods are Iran's most important exports. Those 5 primary products account for more than half, which stands at 52% of all Iranian exports in terms of monetary value. According to the most recent available country-specific data from 2018, importers in China had 14.7% of the global total, Iraq with 14.3%, the United Arab Emirates with 9.5%, Afghanistan with 4.7%, South Korea with 4.1%, Turkey with 3.8%, India with 3.3%, Pakistan with 2%, Indonesia with 1.3%, Oman with 1.2%, Thailand with 1.1%, and Azerbaijan with 1.1% purchased 60.5% of Iran's exports. Given Iran's population of 84.1 million people, the country's total $11.8 billion in 2020 exports equates to nearly $140 for each Iranian citizen. In terms of monetary value, the following export product groups will account for the majority of Iranian global shipments in 2020. The percentage proportion of each export category in terms of total Iranian exports is also indicated. Plastics, plastic articles, $2.6 billion account for 22.4% of total exports. Mineral fuels including oil, with $1.9 billion account for 16.3%. Organic chemicals, $1.3 billion stands at 11%. Fruits, nuts, $1.3 billion account for 10.6%. Iron, steel, $906.9 million stands at 7.7%. Copper, $332.6 million accounts for 2.8%. Ores, slag, ash, with $312.9 million stands at 2.7%. Salt, sulfur, stone, cement, $258.7 million account for 2.2%. Fertilizers, with $247.1 million account for 2.1%. Zinc, $142 million accounts for 1.2%. The top 10 exports from Iran accounted for 79% of the total value of its global shipments. Fruits and nuts were the only one of the top 10 export categories to increase by 11.7% from 2020 to 2021. Mineral fuels, including oil, were the worst loser among Iran's top 10 export categories, with a -89% reduction year-over-year. In macroeconomic terms, Iran's total exported exports account for 1% of the country's entire gross domestic product, valued at $1.149 trillion in purchasing power parity US dollars in 2021. In PPP terms, exports will account for 1% of overall GDP in 2020, compared to 1.8% in 2020. Those percentages, however, based on a short timescale, show that Iran's entire economic performance is becoming less reliant on products sold on overseas markets. The unemployment rate is another important measure of a country's economic performance. In 2020, Iran's average jobless rate was 10.823%. According to the International Monetary Fund, this is up from an average of 10.65% a year ago. Tehran is Iran's capital city. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe to the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.